Hello everyone, this is Vickie Verley. Thank you so much for joining me for your monthly tarot scopes. These monthly mini readings offer a glimpse into what it's really like to have a personal consultation with me. A private reading is much more personal and in-depth. I psychically tune into your energy and get visions and impressions that are specific only to you. If you would like to order a personal reading from me, or check out some of the other products and services that I offer, you can do so by checking out the link below. And now, without further ado, on to the reading.
Gemini.
Hi Gemini. Thanks for joining me for the August 2015 Tarot Scope with Animal Totem. Where the heck are my cards? Oh, here they are. You might see, I'm hoping to put in the video, like in screen, a video of these new things that I'm offering, these new readings. I'm off the page. It's called the Soul's Journey video chart reading. And what you're seeing is some footage of what I've done for a couple other people, some of the first ones. And what I do is, people want an email reading, so you do get an email of that, and it's a video that you can watch over and over again. It's not predictive astrology, okay? It's looking at your chart, it's your soul's journey, your life's purpose, ties into past lives and karma and stuff. I don't know that anybody else is really doing anything quite like it, so I think it's pretty unique and kind of cool. And if you go on my order page on the Tapestry of Light Mandalas, you can check it out, and if you'd like to order one for yourself. Okay, so let's see what's in store for Gemini for August 2015. You know, the other thing is I've launched a new series, Insight the Creative Spirit, which is going to be airing on YouTube also. And check that out. I mean, some people may have seen it already because there was a glitch that it was airing live or something, even though it was marked private. But it's much better now. It's all edited down. I mean, it's my first attempt, so there's going to be some audio issues. I need to use a microphone is one of the things I realized. But other than that, pretty cool. So that's about my news. So let's look at what's up for Aries. What do I got here? Moon in reverse. We're not Aries. We're doing Gemini. Why do I want to say Aries? You know, sometimes if I say that wrong thing like that, yeah, this came out too. This wants to come out, and this one in my hand wants to come out. It could be significant. So maybe Aries has something, you know, maybe some of you are going to be either dealing with an actual Aries person, or maybe we're looking at something that may have happened, you know, back in the time of Aries. Or, you know, that could be something that started in the time of Aries or something like that. And there, in fact, is a fire sign person. I don't know if I made that happen, but I don't think so. I don't think I made it happen. Okay, well, there's people. Let's see, and we're looking at Gemini. The only queen missing is the Queen of Swords, your queen. We've got every other queen in the deck here, literally. We've got the other three queens are all showing up, but not your queen for some reason. Interesting. Well, these are the first two that came out. So this is a, you know, you're finishing some cycle here. The Judgment card is very powerful. It's very spiritual, very esoteric. It talks about finishing up of a karmic cycle. So many of you are finishing this karmic cycle, and I always look at what the angel's horn is pointing at. And in fact, it's pointing at the Ace of Swords. So the Ace of Swords is a new beginning. All aces are new beginnings. But the Ace of Swords in particular is like a breakthrough. It's like, because we have these dark clouds, it's like something really seems kind of bleak, and like maybe it's never going to work or never going to happen. But then lo and behold, the Ace of Swords pierces through the clouds and the lights shine through. So there's still, there's light, there's a victory. It's a card of victory as well. So you're completing a major cycle, and there's some new beginning and a victory that is at hand. The funny thing is that we have Ace of Rods in reverse right next to it. So we have Ace of Swords upright, Ace of Rods in reverse. So, you know, I'm not really sure. Ace of Rods in reverse is seeds planted are not going to bloom and grow. So something that you're trying to do or have tried to do isn't really getting off the ground. And that's one of the meanings of it. And this seems to be connected to this, that there's fighting and arguing about it, or you're getting a lot of flack, a lot of friction, flack about it. So there's that, but then yet there's this new beginning. So either it's two different things. I feel pretty strong it's two different things. I mean, but I guess it could be this was in the past, but now there's going to be a breakthrough. I feel like, though, this Ace of Swords is something really, really completely new. Completely new. And it's a new outlook, and it's a new energy. And what are these things on this sword are standing out to me? Why? These little dots. I don't know if anybody could see this. These little circles or these little dots on that sword are really standing out to me. And I have not a clue what that would mean either. But I always blurt it out. I always let you know. One of the things we've got here is Moon in reverse. And that also ties into this card. It's right next to it, adjacent. Moon in reverse is not a great card either. It is a card of, well, the number one meaning is drugs and alcohol. Number one meaning. You know, somebody who's overdoing it with the drugs and the alcohol. And it could be that. Maybe that's you or somebody you know. But if that's the case, leading into this, it's like, hey, they really are gonna, maybe they really will have a big breakthrough on that. It could also be your outlook on things. Because the Moon in reverse is not seeing things clearly or seeing things through a diluted or a clouded lens. Either because you're buzzed, you're high all the time. Somebody is, you know. Or it can be lies, too. It can be mental illness, too. But it can also just be, you know, wow, I really wasn't seeing that clearly. And that happens. There's things like that happen. Especially when next to the Hangman. Because the Hangman is all about getting clarity. People think, oh, the Hangman, it's a bad card. Not a bad card at all. He's, you can't, it's sort of faded on my deck, but he's getting enlightenment. You know, he's having some enlightenment there. There's a halo around his head. So he's paused, he's reflecting, he's having enlightenment. It's not a card of action. It's not a card of trying to force something to happen. And the Hermit's in the same row. And Hermit also is retreating to oneself, getting some guidance, getting some clarity. The Hermit is enlightened as well. He holds the lantern, which emits light, which emits knowledge, understanding, clarity. And there is a Merkaba in the center of the lantern. So it's very spiritual. Does seem like this Queen of Cups is involved. Again, if you've never watched a reading of mine, I'm not gender specific in these general readings, so this could be man, woman, whoever. All these court cards, all these queens, okay? So anyways, Queen of Cups. She's, it could be a person who's a water sign, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. It could be a person who's like maybe a spiritual teacher or somebody like that. Or maybe that you met in July during the time of Cancer. You know, before the 22nd of July, late June, July, that it helps you. But it also can be, it ties into these two cards here because that's who she is. She gazes into her, I want to say her crystal ball, but it's actually her crystal goblet or whatever. But that's the gist of it. You know, this is all about going within, seeking this truth, finding out how you've clouded or diluted yourself, or what are you looking at in a weird way that's not congruent with you having the things you want out of life, or the things you're meant to have in life, or why you're here. And by doing that, it's going to release a lot of your false fears. I feel like many of you could have a lot of clarity. And you're going to have a lot of clarity and release these false fears. Seven of Cups is also here. Seven of Cups is creative visualization. Visualizing what you want so you can make it a reality. Focusing on what you're creating. Because we're always creating. No matter what we're saying, you know, whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right, you know. So let's think about positive things. Let's visualize what we want. The Seven of Cups is always, and it's a law of attraction, yeah, but it always works better if the looser you can be about it. It's not a card of, well, I want to drive this kind of car, and I want to live in this exact space, and I have to have this kind of guy, and this. It's more like, you know, if you're thinking about love, it's like, oh, I want to be happy. I want somebody who's whatever, you know. Describe more of the qualities that you're looking for in a real loose way, rather than, you know, it's got to be this, got to be this. In line with this is this Queen of Rods. These two are totally connected. If this is you going within, then this is somebody that you'll meet. If they may be already connected, they may come into your life as a team or together already. But Queen of Rods, so fire, and we're in Leo during the most of this reading until the 23rd, and there's a new moon in Leo. The moon card is in the spread. There is a new moon in Leo on the 14th. You know what else, though? There's a full moon in Pisces on the 29th. So these moon cycles, maybe you guys need to pay a little attention to that. Always new moon is for manifestation of new things, and just in general, and the full moon is the culmination and then releasing as it wanes away. So, and there's definitely, the moon is feminine, and there's all these queens showing up. So even if these are men, women, whoever, there's this about the feminine energy happening for you. You know, embracing the feminine, going within, the inward journey of self and stuff like that. There is a woman in reverse over here too. Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Could be Earth, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. And we will be moving into Virgo after the 23rd or whatever I said. What was the date? The 23rd, yeah. But sometimes the Pentacle people are just talk about the money. This may be somebody that has you, you know, is money oriented. So a co-worker, boss, business, somebody that you owe money to, something like that. Some of you might have to get a lawyer to handle this, because the Hermit could be wise counsel like a lawyer, and maybe even one of these people could be a lawyer, more likely her. But the feeling that I really get about it is she's kind of like over here, and you're almost like you're shielded from that. By going into that inward space, you're shielded with this. It quiets this. It quiets this. It makes this fade away and not become part of your reality anymore. You're creating a new reality. You've had a karmic cycle here. You've been through something. You know, you've paid some karmic dues. You've paid some karmic debts. And now there's blessings to move forward with everything. So it is a time of a big breakthrough for you. Spiritual, psychic, material, everything. Great. It's a time to get quiet. It's a time to manifest your dreams. Okay, I'm going to pull the animal card for you guys, but I wanted to really quick just show you a little bit better what this video astrology reading is all about. So I start out with this thing of your chart like this, right? And then I'm drawing and I'm talking just like I do in a reading, like now, you know. But it's all about your chart. And then what you end up with at the end is there's writing all over the place. You know, and and there's a video to go along with it. So you're listening to the video, you can listen to it over and over again, you can refer back to the images. I talk about the nodes, I talk about karma and like what you're doing here and things like that. So it's pretty cool and pretty different, and so if you're interested, maybe you could check it out. It's available on my site. So let's get to this animal cards for you guys. And by the way, this is my deck of my own creation, the Beast Mistress Animal Oracle cards. Also available if you go on my page or my tapestry order page, you'll find everything. Or my home page on YouTube, in the About section has all the stuff. All the stuff, baby. Ooh, ladybug. Lucky ladybug. Okay, I'm going to put it up on the screen, and I'm going to hold this one down and read what I wrote. Lucky lady of the garden, harbinger of happiness and joy. Rid my life of obstacles that are destructive to my divine right to flourish. That's good. That's good. That means that gets there. That gets to what I'm talking about in a lot of ways. Yeah, ladybugs are lucky, and they are they're very beneficial to the garden. You can order ladybugs from like gardening catalogs and stuff because they come along and they eat other pests that hurt the plants. So they're lucky in that way. And then the old thing, if it lands on your hand or something, you know, you wait till it flies away, make a wish and stuff, you know. So make a wish. Make a wish. And there's I mentioned this song before at somebody's reading a few months ago, but it's coming to me again. A dream is a wish your heart makes. It's from a Disney song, When You're Fast Asleep. Asleep, yes, but even in a meditative state or in a quiet space. You know, also, these manifestations is very powerful. If you're not much of a meditator, and if that doesn't really resonate too much with you, that can just be getting quiet. But also there's that time just as you're about ready to drift off to sleep, where you're kind of losing consciousness. That's a very powerful time to do manifestation. That's a very powerful time to get answers to your questions. So maybe you guys want to be doing a little bit of that. But things turning around and a major breakthrough and a major karmic cycle changing for you. I want to talk a little bit more real quick about that oracle. I mean, the Inside the Creative Spirit series that I've started. I've been trying to do this for a few years. It was, trying to get somebody to sit down and help me figure out Google Hangouts, and JD was a willing participant, so we finally got through it. For some reason, it was broadcasting live, even though I had marked private. So a lot of people saw it, the initial thing, and it was never meant for human consumption. If you happen to be one of the 50-something people that did see it before I deleted it. So it's all edited down. I find it interesting. If you watch my videos, you know that creativity is my passion. It's always what I've been into my whole life. So it's going to be a series of interviews about creativity. So if you're creative or know somebody who is, and you think that you might have something to add to the conversation, then definitely get a hold of me. I plan on doing this for many, many more. I'm really stoked and excited about it. And I think it may be where this has all been leading for me with YouTube and everything. Hopefully. Time will tell. But speaking of creativity, I also have a tarot book that I wrote, Tarot in the Modern World. It's available on Amazon. It's very easy to understand, and it gives upright reverse. One of the things that's different about my book is I give how to relate it to other cards, because that's how I read the cards. It's not about just reading, well, this card means this, next, this card means this. It's what does this point at, And it gives a few examples, and it's meant to kind of get you going on the path to understanding more of the reading as telling it as a story rather than just one card at a time. Okay, Gemini, thank you all for watching and liking, sharing my videos, commenting, and donating. Donations make all the difference in the world for me to keep going with these free readings every month. I really appreciate it. There's no amount too big or too small. It all adds up, and I'm very grateful for all of it. Be sure to check out my homepage for more info of how to get a hold of me and order readings or anything else that's going on. Remember that you are love and beauty incarnate, and I'll speak to you soon.